What's up guys, and welcome once again to another video. We actually have a pretty awesome video this week, and yeah, I actually waited a pretty long time to make this video for several reasons, which I will go over in this video. Okay, so listen, reason number one, it's because, well, it's been raining a lot here lately, and we've been having a lot of really cloudy and moody and rainy and ugly days, and I just haven't really felt like making this sort of video. So reason number one. Let's go to reason number two. So the reason why I haven't made this video is because I also haven't gotten really good at it, and I feel like I needed to practice more. So I don't want to give you guys kind of like a halfway decent video. I want to make every single video better than the previous one. So that's reason number two. Let's go to reason number three. Reason number three is because it's really hard. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, and now you will know. This video, it's about, should you in 2020 buy a study cam, which I did, but now I'm gonna go over so you don't have to make the same mistake that I did. So let's go back to the studio. Okay, so should you buy a study cam in 2020, or should you just go ahead and spend the extra maybe $150 and get yourself a very nice gimbal? So let's go ahead and dive into this video. I have split it up into, we're gonna do 3 different scenes using the study cam, and we are going to compare it with me doing the same kind of shot handheld. Okay, so yeah, this is the Neewer, and this is priced right now on Amazon for $63. I will put it right here. So do you need one of these, basically? And how smooth are the shots? Now, the first thing we're gonna have to do is try to balance the camera that I'm filming on now and try to put it on this bad boy. And that's gonna be probably the hardest thing, which I got this study cam about 2.5 months ago, and I'm still convinced that I have not been able to properly balance it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that first. We're gonna go ahead and turn into time-lapse mode and try to balance this puppy. And here, I'm gonna be using the Osmo Pocket to do the behind the scenes on how I actually balance this bad boy. So let's cut to the time lapse. All right, so I think I balanced it right. I'm not even sure. Look, to be honest, I saw a lot of YouTube videos and I think I did it right. Now it's time to put it through the test. So basically, like I mentioned earlier, we're gonna do this in 3 steps, and we're gonna get 3 different shots with the Steadicam, and the same 3 shots, me just basically holding it with my hand. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the running one. That's the hardest one. So I'm basically just gonna be running down the street with this thing, and we're gonna see the difference, see if there is a difference. And yeah, one great tip, it does work pretty nicely as a monopod. It's just standing right there, and I'm not holding it. So I guess it is kind of balanced, right? If not, it would be falling over. Okay, let's go ahead and try it. All right, guys, so here we are. We've already taken some shots with this Neewer Handycam, and now we're going to talk a little bit about some of the pros and cons that I think this thing has. So hold on, let me adjust this real quick. So here we have it. This is the Neewer Handycam. Now, I originally ordered this because I was thinking about buying a gimbal. I want to start to, you know, get some nicer shots, some smoother shots. And I know that that's one of the things that I struggle with the most when I'm kind of like handhelding, trying to make all these shots. So I was thinking of investing into a gimbal. So they were a little bit out of my price range. So then I started looking into some other options, budget options, and I came up with this one. And, you know, I gave it a shot. It's a little bit hard to learn how to use it, which I still think that I have not mastered. But once you get used to it, I think you can really get some amazing work. Let me tell you what I don't like about this thing. So first of all, I don't like this grip right here. So, I mean, maybe if you have like a smaller camera, but with the 90D on here, and that's because I didn't even include the actual monitor. I was just using the screen on it to make it as light as possible. And even with that, holding the 90D on this thing, it's pretty goddamn heavy. So I wish it had 2 of these. I wish it had one on this side and one on this side, and I could kind of, you know, do it like this. But with one, I just don't. It's very, very, very hard. Plus this grip, my hands were all sweaty like yesterday because it was outside and it was super humid and no sun, and so my hands were really, really sweaty. And this thing just got really, really weird, and it started to get slippery, like not very, very good. At least in my scenario, because I have sweaty hands, or because my hands were sweaty. So maybe something else, type of material that kind of absorb. Yeah, I wish this was made out of something else. when you initially get it is very, very hard to balance, especially if you don't know. I obviously had watched a couple of YouTube videos. I actually still took me about 25 to 30 minutes that very first time to balance it. And I still don't even know if I did it right, because as you can see from the shots on this video, they still have that wobbly, like drunk type of sensation, and that's just the thing that I don't like about it. So it takes a long time to get a good shot. And so those are the cons. Let me tell you some of the things that I do like about it. So some of the things that I do like about it, it's obviously the price. You know, the gimbal that I was thinking about getting, it was the Ronin SC, which the retail was about $325 in the time when I purchased this same item. It was about $325. So that was a little bit out of my price range. So then this budget option, this came out to be $63 from Amazon. And you know, that's to get some decent shots. It's not bad for the price. You obviously need a lot of practice for you to get those nice shots, but if you can master it, you can definitely get some good shots out of this thing. Another thing that I liked about it is that it seems very, very solid. The materials are good. This thing up here, it's really, really, really nice. And yeah, this little plate system up here, which I'm guessing all glide cams or study cams have, and even gimbals, where you have two axes to, you know, balance your camera. So that one's pretty good. They seem really good quality. The material of it itself, it seems pretty good material. It comes with weights, so you don't have to purchase weights. So that's a good thing. And one of the other things that I did like about this thing is when you use this thing with slow motion, you can get some epic shots. So if you're doing slow motion work, or if you want to get some nice slow motion shots, this thing is awesome, because when I put my camera on slow motion, every single shot came out like amazing. Now handheld, it came out, you know, pretty much almost the same, because it's slow motion. It's 120 frames a second. So yeah, this for slow motion, this is awesome. I'm gonna show you guys a couple of other slow motion shots after this, so you guys can check those out. And so yeah, so then we're gonna go ahead and ask the questions. Should you buy one of these? Do you need one? And the answer, it's gonna vary depending on the kind of work that you do. If you do a lot of work with like real estate firms, then maybe if you're doing a lot of like houses and shooting a lot of houses, maybe this or a nice gimbal will definitely work for you. But I'm definitely glad that I have it, because I am thinking about some upcoming short films, and you know, having something that I can do some very nice slow-mo. It's gonna definitely help me out. And obviously I'm gonna keep practicing, and hopefully at some point I will be good enough that is gonna look amazing, even gimbal like. So hopefully I'll get there. I do like it. Is it worth the money? So like I said, this was only $63. So I think it's a good tool to have in your toolbox, because you know, for whatever type of client work you're going to try to do, if you know, or if they know that you can get some nice smooth shots with this type of glide cam, you know, it's definitely going to make you look a lot better. So I do think it's worth buying one of these things just to have. Obviously, if you can afford a gimbal, I would go ahead and go that route. But if you're on a budget like myself, this is probably a really, really awesome thing to have. So I'm glad I have it. And well, I have it. So that's pretty much this week's video, guys. Thank you again so much for showing up. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps out a lot. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. There is a lot more content coming, so stay tuned for that. Please make sure you kick the karate. What I always say. Please make sure that you hit and kick the notification bell so you guys can get notified for future videos. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.